What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another My Damn Toys video. Today we have my WrestleMania 34 full show results and review. And I gotta say, guys, this show was absolutely insane. It was all over the place. There were spots where it was great, there were spots where it was mediocre, and there were spots where I didn't even know what the hell was going on. After this show went off the air, off the WWE Network, I was completely confused. I'm still confused. I have no idea what I just saw. I am just in awe. I'm in shock, and I don't even know if I enjoyed the show or not. I can't even tell you. I'm just going to take you through the card and what my notes say right here, because I can't even recall really what just happened at this event, but I'm just going to take you through the entire thing, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. So starting out with the pre-show, guys, we had the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, pretty much the pointless men's Battle Royal right here. And I have a few quick notes right here. Mike Kanellis was in this thing, and I thought that was very awkward that he just appeared out of nowhere after being gone for like 6 months or so. He's just in there and eliminated. He's in short trunks now, and they really didn't even mention his name. JR was just like, you know, Mike Kanellis eliminated, or whoever said his name. I don't even know, but he was gone. Eliminated very, very quick. One thing I did note in here is that John Cena was in the crowd, and I was loving this angle. I love that John Cena was in the crowd, that he was sitting there enjoying the show. Like he said, you know, on Raw, he was like, I'm going to go there as a fan. I thought that was fantastic that they included that. So anyways, Goldust hits Ty with Shattered Dreams, goes to hit Dolph Ziggler with Shattered Dreams and gets thrown over. Then Dolph Ziggler backs into Kane, and Kane tosses Dolph Ziggler out of the match, so he is now eliminated. Now we're down to Mojo Rawley, Baron Corbin, and Matt Hardy as the final one, so Kane gets dropped out of there as well. And I think even before that, Ty Dillinger was dropped out of the match. So we're down to the final three here, and then out of nowhere, Bray Wyatt's little intro cutscene cuts in there, and Bray Wyatt is back. And I thought this was stupid because he looks the exact same. You know, they still use the same intro visual, and he helps Matt Hardy win. You know, he throws out Mojo, he throws out Baron Corbin, and it was stupid because WWE didn't even know who won the match. They didn't even ring the bell or nothing. They thought that Bray Wyatt was supposed to be part of the Battle Royal. So it went for like 30 seconds until finally the bell rang and Matt Hardy's, his music started playing. So I thought that was really dumb. I guess that Bray Wyatt is now Woken Wyatt or Broken Bray. I don't really know what they're going with yet. But he didn't change his look at all, which I thought was kind of lame and very lazy. And he helps Matt Hardy win here. I'm glad that Matt Hardy won, I guess. It keeps his momentum going forward. And I did predict that in my prediction, so I thought that was cool. I wish they would have been more creative with Bray Wyatt, but these guys are now together, and that is it for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Next up on the pre-show, we had the Cruiserweight Championship match between Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali. Cedric Alexander came out in this Black Panther-inspired gear with purple accents thrown in. I thought it was a beautiful attire. And then Mustafa Ali one-ups Cedric Alexander. He comes out in this sick AF Sub-Zero gear, and his entrance was very, very sick. He had like the Sub-Zero mask, and it was like lighting up like Chris Jericho's jacket. He had this like thing on his hand that like had like this hologram coming off of it. I thought it was like freaking excellent. He probably had attire of the night, in my opinion. Another thing I wanted to add is that, of course, the women had to main event the pre-show. They can't just have it equal with the men. I was fine with the men starting it out, but why not put the Battle Royal second and then have the Cruiserweight Championship the last thing we got before the main show? That's just something that I would have done personally. Some cool spots in this match was a Spanish fly off the top rope. That was very, very nice. Great overall match. I enjoyed it a lot. I would have preferred more aerial stuff in this matchup, but I liked the match overall. Very happy with the outcome. Cedric Alexander deserved this. Very, very happy with it. It should have been on the main show, of course, but it was a really cool moment. After the pin, immediately Cedric Alexander like pulled in Mustafa very close, and you know, it was like a feel-good moment. Words of respect and love were, going back and forth, I'm very sure. And, it was just a really cool moment to see these guys that have carried the Cruiserweight division. And they proved that 205 Live deserves a spot on the main show. So I thought that was really cool. And I enjoyed this match a lot. Next up, we have the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. The women got intros, which I thought was interesting, since the men, they were just all in the middle of the ring when we cut to it. Nobody got specific intros. At least they didn't show them. So I thought that was weird that, they got all the shout-outs with the bells and whistles, and the men didn't get anything. I thought that was pretty double standard of them. you know, they all walk out of the ring. You got Becky Lynch making her own entrance, and then, you know, a few other people, I believe. Then I thought it was weird that Peyton Royce and Kairi Sane were both in the little walkouts for the jobbers. Like, you know, all the women that weren't, you know, special or the ones that aren't that popular. I thought that was dumb because Peyton Royce and Kairi Sane, they're big-time NXT people. For them to be fighting on the main roster in this thing, I know that Kairi Sane was in the Royal Rumble, but she got her own entrance. You know, it's a Royal Rumble, so I thought it was weird that, you know, neither one of them got their own thing. I thought that Billie Kay was in the match, which brings me to my next point. Billie Kay wasn't even in the Battle Royal, so when the NXT women took over in the matchup later on, like near the beginning, Peyton Royce was there, and I just thought that was weird that Peyton Royce was there and Billie Kay wasn't. If you can't include both, I don't see the reason in including both of them. So anyways, the match starts off. Carmella brags about the briefcase, gets thrown out by everyone immediately. I thought this was for sure going to be foreshadowing that she was going to cash in later that night. Dana Brooke thrown out by Absolution, and then Belair hits a freaking sick AF 450 splash off the top rope. I thought that was amazing. A quick note, they went to a commercial that was a Mattel figure commercial, and the dude called a curb stomp a flying knee like an idiot, so I just wanted to add that into my notes right here. Kairi Sane drops an elbow during commercial, shaking my head. Ends up being Bayley and Sasha at the end, so, you know, cha-ching, cha-ching, and then cha-ching. So we're down to Sasha and Bayley. Sasha goes up to Bayley, wants to shake hands. Bayley takes her and throws her over. Bayley wins. Psych, Brad, you thought that she won, but actually Naomi had not been eliminated, which I thought was very weird, which goes back to the Royal Rumble where the women were very gassed. They kept rolling up under the ring ropes, you know, and getting rest on the outside. But apparently Naomi was not eliminated, and she just eliminates Bayley straight up like that. So Naomi wins the first ever Women's WrestleMania Battle Royal. Actually, no one really cares, but that is the end of the pre-show, thank God. So let's get into the main show. To start off the main show, we had the Intercontinental Championship Triple Threat match between Seth Rollins, The Miz, and Finn Balor. Seth Rollins comes out in this blue contacts with a gray attire, and I believe this is a White Walker, is what I was told from Game of Thrones. Miz was in his gold and red. He tells the Miztourage, I thought this was an interesting point, at the beginning of the match, before he even makes his way down the ramp, he tells the Miztourage that he's got it tonight. He sends them backstage. I thought for a second that since Finn Balor was coming out at the end, I thought for sure that we were going to get the Demon, and I know that the Demon wasn't talked about, it wasn't part of the storyline, but since it's WrestleMania, I thought for sure that we were going to get the Demon. We did not, you know, pretty disappointing. However, I mean, I guess it's okay. I didn't really care for his attire. Thought it was interesting, but I don't think that he has to keep reminding us that Balor Club's for everyone. I'm all for, you know, the support, whatever. He can do whatever he wants, but I don't know. The constant reminder is pretty crazy. Anyways, we start the match off, and they are just, you know, going for pins. They keep going for pins. They keep going for pins. They're trading, you know, schoolboy pins and roll-ups and all kinds of junk. Then we have some spillage out to the outside. We got some suicide dives. At one point, Miz goes for the pin. Finn hits a coup de grace at 2 3/4. I thought he was a little late on the jump, in my opinion. Finn hits another coup de grace. Seth hits the curb stomp on Finn, hits a curb stomp to Miz, and 1, 2, 3, Seth Rollins is your brand new Intercontinental Champion. I thought for sure that Finn Balor was going to win this thing. I thought it would have been better. While I do like Seth Rollins and think he'll be a great Intercontinental Champion, I thought this was very odd. I thought for sure that Finn Balor was going to win, but Seth Rollins is your new Intercontinental Champion in a great match, and was probably match of the night on this show. Starting things out on the right path, guys, after one great match, we got another one, the SmackDown Live Women's Championship match between Charlotte and Asuka. Very dope Charlotte entrance. I thought it was great. This match was off to a great start. We had an apron suplex from Asuka to Charlotte to the outside. It was very sick. We had a Spanish fly from the top rope, just like the Cruiserweight Championship match that looked amazing as well. There was one point in the match where Charlotte speared the absolute dog crap out of Asuka, and I think it was probably the best spear I've seen from a woman, and it probably looked better than Edge's spear, so I thought that was interesting for sure. I love the attention to detail in this match with the arm not being able to be planted on the figure 8 from Charlotte when she locked it in on Asuka. I thought this match was great, back and forth. It was just what I thought it would be. The two best women in the company going head-to-head, just beating the piss out of each other, and it totally shocked me. My jaw hit the floor. Asuka taps out to the figure 8 and the streak is over, and I don't like this at all. I thought that was a huge mistake, in my opinion, even though it was a great match, and that sucks because in a great match like this, I hate for the booking of it to be awful. I just don't think that the right woman won here. I thought that for sure Asuka should have won and continued her dominance, but apparently WWE Creative said, F your plans, we're doing what we want, and I just did not like it at all. Even though both women brought it in this match, they were both bloody, they were both cut up and marked up in this match. They beat the hell out of each other. I absolutely loved it. At the end, Asuka says Charlotte was ready for Asuka. She congratulates her. They embrace each other. And it was just awesome. I love this match, even though the outcome was absolutely poopy-loopy. Quickly, after the Asuka and Charlotte match, a referee runs down the ramp to John Cena in the crowd and talks to him. You can see John saying, "Are you serious?" He then jumps the barricade, runs up the ramp to the back, and I love this so much. I thought this was great. I was like, oh my god, they're really building this thing up. I'm so in love with this idea. I was super, super high on this concept. I was like, oh my god, they're being creative. They're not giving us cookie-cutter bullshit. I was so very excited for this when this little thing happened after the matchup. Next up was the United States Championship Fatal 4-Way between the champion Randy Orton, Jinder Mahal, Rusev, and Rude. Thought it was pretty cool that Randy Orton had a dope attire in the this like gunmetal grayish gold color with gold. I thought that was dope, even though it wouldn't be dope for very, very long. Jinder Mahal came out in some fresh white attire, some white knee pads and white trunks. Rusev came out in some cool Rusev Day United States type gear. And Bobby Roode came out in some golden red, which looked awful. I thought this match was solid, I guess. Nothing memorable from this match to me. However, Jinder Mahal is your new United States Champion. So, crown the modern day Maharaja. He is your new United States Champion. I don't know where they're going with this. This is totally the wrong move in my opinion. Why didn't you just send the crowd home happy with Rusev Day? You know, the crowd was going ballistic for Rusev. I thought it would have been a great chance to put the championship on him. Obviously, I guess they just thought they were going to swerve us. I guess that was a theme of this night because they were just swerving us all over the place. I know that it could have happened. I was like, they could totally put this on Jinder right now, but I thought they would give, you know, the fans something. But we would come to find out later on in the night that they gave us something else that I guess we all wanted. Next up, we saw the debut of Ronda Rousey in the mixed tag match with Kurt Angle taking on Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. Triple H and Stephanie had the bike entrance again, which was interesting. It's like, bro, get a different entrance. Stephanie did the water spit thing with Triple H. I was like, please choke and die. I thought that Triple H had some cool gear on, Angle had some cool gear on, and the story of the match was Stephanie getting cheap shots and running away. She did it 100 times. She knocked Ronda off the apron, she pulled her hair and took her to the ground. She slammed Kurt Angle's face into the steel steps. This was just like the theme of the matchup. Ronda couldn't get her hands on Stephanie. She was just running around like a little gremlin, running around the ring. Ronda finally gets in. She was a little bit sloppy. You know, she wasn't perfect at all, but she did a lot better than I expected. I'm going to be honest. I think my perspective of her has totally changed from what I thought initially. Hope she gets better on the mic, but I was impressed with her performance in this matchup. One thing that I want to say about this match is that I absolutely hated how Stephanie got some offense in on Ronda Rousey. I know that she may have done it cheaply and stuff like that, but like, I don't know. I think that if they're going to build up Ronda Rousey, she needs to be pretty freaking protected. She needs to be dominant. She doesn't need to let Stephanie hit her with DDTs and slap her all over the place and reversals and stuff. I just didn't like that. Rousey hit her little finisher. I don't even know what it was called. But H pulls the referee off of her. Kurt comes in to aid. They battle on the announce table area. Ronda beats on H, picks him up over her shoulders. I thought she looked great. She looked like a beast. Stephanie comes in and saves him. More back and forth. Angle hits H with an angle slam. Puts Stephanie in the ankle lock. Angle gets hit with a pedigree from Triple H. Rousey breaks that up. I thought this match was pretty overbooked. I thought it was way too back and forth. I think that this is one of those Triple H Mania matches where, you know, they have to go like 25-30 minutes. It's like a must for Triple H. It's like in his contract or something. So I thought this match could have ended multiple times. It was just overbooked. Too much like interference and pulling off and whatever. Even though the match was way better than expected, it was an exciting matchup. I just think that it was a little overbooked. I think Stephanie looked a little too strong in my opinion, but this match was way more enjoyable than I was expecting. I give a huge amount of credit to everybody involved, and I was surprised with the way that Rousey came out. And of course, Rousey and Angle did end up winning, and I enjoyed this match. Next up, we have the SmackDown Live Tag Titles match between the Usos, Bludgeon Brothers, and New Day. And there's not much to talk about, guys. From the freaking sound of the bell, the Bludgeon Brothers pretty much just dismantled both teams. And we had a freaking squash match at WrestleMania. And it wouldn't be the only squash match. So, after this, ding, 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 Bludgeon Brothers. Just apparently they're getting booked strong, man. They're getting what they, I guess they've worked for all these years. And we got new SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions in the Bludgeon Brothers, and the Usos and the New Day get just totally squashed. I don't even know where they go from here. I don't even know who they compete with now. I mean, you pretty much destroyed them, so what? Call up the Authors of Pain? I guess that's the only thing they can do on Tuesday night. I guess we'll have to find out and see, but there was not much to this matchup at all. And I can't even remember anything but a victory by the Bludgeon Brothers. So John Cena's music hits and the bell rings. I was like, you know what, this is a dead giveaway. You know, the bell ring, that means there's going to be a match. He comes out and then a ref comes down, says no match. I think it's a swerve, you know. I think that they were going to do this like 2 or 3 times, I thought, throughout the show. And then at the end of the show, Taker and Cena would have a match. That is not what happened at all. The lights go out, and we're thinking, you know, it's Undertaker. It's Undertaker. It is Elias. He comes out to the ring. I thought this was a pretty good booking of Elias, you know. I like this because this told me that he would not be the surprise partner of Braun, which I did not want. John says enough. Goes and sits in his seat in the crowd at ringside. Elias starts a concert. John comes back. Attitude adjustment to Elias, kicks his guitar out of the ring, and then his music hits. You know, he starts making his way up the ring, so Elias disappears. This was his spot for Mania, you know, just kind of getting buried a little bit by John Cena, but I like the role he played. So he goes back up the ramp, and then it goes black, comes back up, and then Undertaker's hat, gloves, and coat appear in the ring. They're just chilling there like they were at WrestleMania 33. Lightning strikes it, goes black again, and the hat, gloves, and coat have disappeared. The bell tone hits. And Undertaker is here. Not the American Badass, but the Dead Man. I was like, oh my god, they are actually doing this-ish. Ding, ding, and here we go, and squash match. Taker literally takes care of John Cena in literally no more than like 3 minutes. I thought this was totally pointless. What was the point of this? People are saying because there's going to be a WrestleMania 35 rematch. But I don't want to wait that long. You know what, man? I mean, I thought this was built up pretty good. John Cena cuts like 4 weeks worth of promos on Undertaker, calling him out, you know, dogging him this whole freaking time. Roman Reigns beat this guy last year, and it took a lot to put Roman Reigns down, and he just comes out here and destroys John Cena in literally a matter of 3 minutes. I thought that was just absolutely terrible. I just didn't agree with that at all. I mean, obviously I'm a huge Cena fan, but still, I just thought that this was not a right decision creatively. I don't want to watch their match at WrestleMania 35. This match was already late as it is. This match should have happened forever ago, and they just come out, they squash my boy, and that is it. I thought this was pointless and worthless and just awful. Next was the long-awaited in-ring return of Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon taking on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. The match didn't even start. KO and Sami destroy both of them. Apron powerbomb on Daniel Bryan. They bring the stretcher out, and Shane has to fight off Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn by himself in a handicap match. KO and Sami just power over him. They're beating the crap out of him. At one point, he puts Sami Zayn in the corner, and he's in the Tree of Woe, and then he does a Coast to Coast. I called it the Tree of Woes to Coast, because, you know, the Tree of Woe, Coast to Coast, yeah, you get it. Anyways, Frog Splash by Kevin Owens. He's about to pin Shane. Daniel Bryan saves Shane. Hot tag to Daniel Bryan. He cleans house. Great moment for Daniel Bryan. At one point, he gets hit with the haluva kick, kicks out of the pop-up powerbomb. You know, he hits all his vintage moves, yes kicks, yada, yada, yada. And then Daniel Bryan wins with the yes lock, and I thought this match was solid. It wasn't anything, you know, absolutely terrific, but the only thing terrific about this was just the crowd reaction and seeing Daniel Bryan return. That is just amazing, and it made this match worthwhile, and I thought it was booked pretty well. There were some cool spots, and of course, all 4 men know how to freaking wrestle in a ring, so I thought it was a great, solid WrestleMania match with a feel-good moment. Next, we had the Raw Women's Championship match, guys, and I didn't care about this match. No one cared about this match. I don't even know what happened. I actually filmed another video during this match, and Nia Jax is your new Raw Women's Champion. The build for this match was terrible, and yeah, you guys know how I feel about this match. Nia Jax, new champion. Don't think she really deserves it. Should have been Bayley and Sasha, but yeah. I think I saw at one point Nia Jax was throwing Mickie James all around. That's all I really know. I don't even know how she won. I just know that she won, and that's all I have to say. The dream match was upon us, guys. The WWE Championship match between the phenomenal AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. And freaking, man. This match had all the potential in the world, and this was just so underwhelming. It's like they never picked it up. It never got, like, any, like, I don't know. To me, this just felt like a solid SmackDown Live match, in my opinion. The story of the match wasn't even the match itself. AJ Styles did end up retaining. I thought the end of it was absolutely fantastic. That was the best part of the match. Shinsuke goes for the Kinshasa. AJ rolls him up into a Styles clash from the Kinshasa and then retains the championship. After the match, both men are shaking hands, you know, holding each other. They're hugging and everything. Shinsuke gets on a knee like he's going to hand over the WWE Championship to AJ Styles, and then, boom, hits him right in the nutsack and Kinshasa's AJ Styles. So a heel turn by Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't even know where the hell this came from. Weird booking decision. I don't know what was going on at this point. I thought for sure that Shinsuke was finally going to win the championship after losing twice to Jinder Mahal. So he is now 0-3 in WWE Championship matches. His Royal Rumble win came at, no reward. He did not get anything for that. You know, he gets beat by AJ Styles here, which I don't know, man. I'm glad that AJ Styles is still champion, but I thought for sure that Shinsuke was going to win here. I thought it would have been the right decision, and I don't know, man. That's it. Heel turn by Nakamura, and we're going to have to find out what happens on Tuesday. Also, forgot to add that AJ and Shinsuke were looking absolutely fresh to death. Shinsuke was wearing these red velvet pants with gold wrist tape, gold belt, and gold little handkerchief band here. And then AJ Styles had on this beautiful, like, silver gray, light blue, and black with, like, glitter shimmer. It was looking fresh AF. I love both of their attires. AJ would win for me just like he won the match. Next up, we had the Raw Tag Team Championship match between The Bar and Braun Strowman and a mystery partner. My God, Brad, I thought for sure it was going to be Elias, Big Show, freaking Samoa Joe. And if you saw on my Twitter, I actually posted, you remember as a kid getting a mystery bag and being disappointed with what you got? I have a feeling that's what's going to happen here with Braun and The Bar. I respect everything Big Show has done, and I like him, but I don't want to see him as a surprise at WrestleMania 34. I sure as hell got surprised, Brad. My God, what a mystery bag we got. An effing 9-year-old kid named Nicholas is the new Raw Tag Team Champion with Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman comes out, you know, he shoves like this Mardi Gras looking float thing off the stage, and I'm like, my God, Rey Mysterio or somebody's about to come out here. He comes down to the ring, and he's like, one of you is going to be my partner. And he goes out in the crowd, and he finds this 9-year-old boy named Nicholas, and he comes into the ring, Brad, and they freaking win the match. And I don't even know what to say at this point. I was completely shocked. And to me, it's just WWE not taking anything seriously. Like, I don't understand this position. I read somewhere that, like, this kid Nicholas now has more championships than, like, a bunch of legends combined, which is absolutely ridiculous. I know he's just a kid, and I know it's entertainment, but I want entertainment, but I want everything to be taken seriously. I don't want kids winning championships. It's just not something I want in my wrestling. I thought it was a cool moment. You know, it's a lot of funny tweets and stuff going on, and I thought it was hilarious at the same time. But it was just, it made the Bar, it made the Raw Tag Team division, and it made WWE look like a joke, in my opinion. Even though, you know, Braun's great, the Bar is great, but this is just, I don't know, man. I wasn't a fan of this, and I would have totally never, ever booked this. And I guess we're gonna have to see what happens on Monday night. And again, I'm completely lost for words on this match. And speaking of just lost for words, guys, this match right here, the main event, the match that left me speechless. I didn't even know what to write in my notes. And by God, I'm gonna show you my notes about this match. Read that. Main event, Roman versus Brock. Nothing underneath, Brad. I didn't know what the hell to write. I didn't know what to say. Roman Reigns, he takes like a hell of a beating, like 80 German suplexes, 5 F5s up until one point that I'm going to get in right now. And the crowd was not into this match. They turned on this match immediately, bruh. Nobody was cheering. They were booing. They were not paying attention. They were looking at something else during this match. And Brock Lesnar mounts Roman Reigns and punches him in the forehead like 4 stiff shots, and it busts no, not Randy Orton. I say Randy Orton because the same thing happened to Randy Orton at SummerSlam a couple years ago. He busts Roman Reigns open with those stiff shots, and he's bleeding profusely. His whole face is covered in blood, and Brock's just over him, and he hits him with another F5 and another F5. He took a total of 6 F5s to put this man away. 1 F5 to put away Braun, 1 F5 to put away Joe, 1 F5 to put away other guys. This man took 6 F5s. He's bleeding to a pulp, and he finally retains the championship. I actually posted a video either yesterday or the day before, and I talked about how WrestleMania 34 should end, and I said Brock Lesnar should win and then go out on Monday night, lay the title in the middle of the ring, and then walk out, say, I'm going to UFC, F you guys, I'm out, and leave the title in the middle of the ring, and then hold a Universal Championship tournament. And it looks like we're headed there, Brad. I guess we have to see what's going to happen on Monday night. It's going to be extremely crazy. I don't even know where this thing's going to go. Again, I was totally speechless. This match was sloppy. It was all over the place. And again, the only thing to describe it is speechless. I did not know what to say about this matchup. Brock Lesnar retains, and I guess he's going to walk out on the company. That's the only thing I can see happening on Monday night, but it is for sure something that you have to watch. One of the most bizarre WrestleManias of all time, all over the place, just very underwhelming to say the least. You know, coming into this card, if you looked at it from a distance, you would have been like, you know what, this has the makings to be one of the best shows ever. And it did not deliver one of the best shows ever. It delivered one of the most insane, unpredictable, crazy things. Asuka's streak ended. Brock retained. Bludgeon Brothers got a squash. Taker squashes Cena. Braun's a freaking tag team champion with a 9-year-old. And this was the most insane freaking WrestleMania of all time, and that's all I have to say about it. I don't even know what to give this grade, honestly. I feel like I need to rest on it, you know, a couple days and then come back to it to give it a definitive grade, because I'm recording this the night of WrestleMania. I stayed up to do this for you guys. It's going to be posted really early Monday morning, so I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys enjoyed the show review, be sure to leave a like down below. Comment down what you thought about WrestleMania. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was underwhelming? Overwhelming? What did you think about it? Hit that bell to turn on all notifications so you never miss a post, guys. I thank you guys so much. We're so close to 22,000 subscribers. You guys are the best. Follow me on Instagram at MyDamnToys. Follow me on Twitter at MyDamnToys if you want to see my live, you know, wrestling posts as the shows go on. Subscribe for more epic WWE and WWE figure-related videos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.